Hey everybody, and welcome to the lounge this Friday night. And I have some sort of hair issue going on here, which you gotta fix. Of course. Hold on one second. You can't have the hair looking not good if you're gonna be coming on the lounge. How's everybody doing? It's Friday night, and we are getting into the season. You know what I mean. Halloween's just around the corner. We're in a pandemic. And we are talking about spook stories, sound, music, everything. We have a wonderful, wonderful show lined up for you tonight. It's like we're around a bonfire. I have a special surprise for you guys tonight that we haven't done on the lounge yet. But once you guys start seeing what's going on, it's a special surprise, like I said. And as you know, the lounge books itself. It's the show that books itself. So when I did The Office this week, that's when I found the guests for the lounge. They contacted me. They happen to be friends of mine. And I am so excited about what you're going to be hearing tonight. So I hope you're liking the jazz music. that's another little clue as to what's going to be going on. I'd like to say hello to some of you peeps hanging out with me tonight in the lounge. I hope everybody is cozy. I don't know if tonight is National Pizza Night, but everywhere that I went, I was driving down the road, there were lines outside for pizza, like people like just standing in line as if pizza was going out of business. So I don't know what's going on with the energy there, but it seems like everybody was ordering pizza out tonight. I don't know what's going on. So let's see who's here. I'm so excited to see everybody. Oh, we got the usuals. Hey, everybody. I am so happy that we have our regulars to the lounge coming in. And of course, we got Ann Dober. You know, I'm not going to say your first name, just the Ann. Hi, Rita. Hi, Donna. Lorraine. You guys were at the office this week. Hey, Helen Lavelle. It's been a while. I miss you. We got to. Oh, Elise. Elise is here, but she's in the chat tonight. So I better send her a link because I'd like to bring her on too. Elise, let me know if you want to come on. Let's see. Hello, Beth. Good evening from Falls Church. Michelle. Oh my God, we've got a lot of people here tonight. Let me send Elise our link. Elise, I wasn't sure what we were doing tonight. I didn't find out till a little while ago, but we'd love to have you on. So let me just shoot you that link if I can. I'll send that to you, Elise. Because, you know, the more the merrier here on the lounge tonight. I'm just going to send that to her right now. EM-SAT, but yet you're not here. This is not working. No, no, no's. All right, you guys are going to have to give me a minute here. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Here you go, Elise. I'm sending you the link. All right. All right. We got some more people coming on. Hey, if anyone else wants to come on, you guys just let me know. If you guys have some stories that you want to share around the campfire tonight, we want to hear what you have to say. Were you spooked? Spirits and spirits don't mix. We got to talk about that. There's something I need to talk to you about. That concept, very important with mediums. Spirits and spirits don't mix. That's the topic of the night. But if you want to be around the campfire, if you want to share a spook, if you want to share a spiritual experience, if you want to share some live entertainment, tonight we're going to entertain you. Okay? And I'm just gonna tease it a little bit. So, yeah, Dana, you're going to get your cocktail to cozy up. See, for you, you're not channeling spirits tonight. You're not doing readings, so you can have a cocktail. If I'm channeling spirits, I can have a cocktail. But I am so excited because guests are just popping on the show right and left here. So this is very exciting. All right. So before we get to our mains, we have a couple. We have an appetizer. That's me. We have a little plate of pasta. That's Elise coming up. That's your first course. Then we have your second piatti. That's going to be April, May, and the June bugs. And then we're going to have a whole other. Oh, I just can't even wait. Just can't even wait. Let me bring on Elise since she just showed up 5 minutes ago and we brought her backstage. What's up, girlfriend?
I'm here. Hey, everybody. What's up? I am heating up pizza right now. It's my late dinner. I don't know if you've seen my
I told you. Everybody's eating pizza tonight. What is going on with that?
I don't know. It's Friday. Friday's pizza night.
I'm not even kidding you. I went down the street and there are people with their masks on lining up around buildings waiting to get pizza. 2-hour, 3-hour waits for pizza. I don't know what's going on with that. So
craziness.
I was going to tell you to come on the lounge tonight, Elise, but I didn't know what was going on with the lounge until like a half hour ago. So I didn't know what's going on.
I know you very well. So you're good. I get it.
Yeah, you're not offended.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I talked to Vic today. She was like, I was like, hey, you coming on? She's not answering. So nobody's answering today. But we got a cool show. So what the topic was spirits and spirits don't mix. And I just wanted to tell people about this concept because alcohol is called spirits, right?
Right.
Do people know why it's called spirits? I don't think so. Because alcohol becomes a portal, just like your house. to channel spirits. So when you imbibe alcohol, you actually become a live channel for, number one, spirits to come through and connect to you and use your body for an experience to come in the body and to experience life again. Or people have blackouts, right? Where they don't know where they went, what happened, spirit possession.
Right.
I bet y'all didn't know that. So if you're doing mediumship or intuitive readings, you shouldn't be drinking doing it. It's not a good idea. You know?
Oh my gosh.
And let's say you have a little bit of a drinking issue where you're drinking quite. Now, let's say you're a healthy woman or man and you're young and you're healthy. There's spirits that passed young and healthy of maybe addiction related issues. People were fascinated by this topic last time. What happens is you become a host. Okay. So you're a drinker, you drink. There's 3 spirits to the host. Okay. So if you're like, especially men, young, healthy men, they have lots of energy, lots of angry energy. They have lots, but if they drink quite a bit, you have the 3 hosts who fight for the body. And then once that person imbibes alcohol, drugs, anything of that nature, these spirits are able to actually like put a plug in a socket and suck energy, jump in the body, use that person's body to live on earth again and try different things. It's like kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of crazy. Have you ever heard of this?
Never.
I never talked to you about this.
No, we never did. I mean,
what do you think of that?
I am honestly, this is something very new to me. So, but I understand the concept. So I think that where the spirit, like if you're drinking or you have spirits, kind of lets your guard down. So when spirits come in with the alcohol, if this is the case, then I can see how it can like engage and like take over like your decisions, and just like if you're being manifested by a dark entity, let's say.
Right. And they stick with you.
Exactly.
They stick with you until the body becomes like somebody who's in like late stage alcoholism. Like let's say their body is like, you know, not doing well, or they're like really, their life force energy is low. Then those spirits don't want that body anymore. They want to go to a young, healthy body.
Exactly.
To fight for that second and third spot. I know it's kind of crazy, but this is the stuff I hear. You know what I mean? So what's really interesting, and I'm not going to name names, but I know the audience is going to want me to name names.
I want to name names.
I don't know.
I know.
It's not anyone we know personally. Let's just say that. Okay. But I went to the Count Basie Theater. That's the only clue that I'll give. I saw a very well-known medium at the Count Basie. This was years and years ago. I was in like the 3rd row.
I'm not saying who.
And there was something that looked like a water bottle on that stage. Okay. But then there was a water bottle behind him that he was drinking out of. And he's made a joke like, oh, this isn't my vodka. But he was drunk on stage. That's not something a medium should be doing. Medium should not be drinking and giving mediums. You shouldn't giving mediums. I don't even know what that is. Mediums and readings? Mediums? What do you
Maybe. Think? I don't know, but I just from reading myself, I don't have any time to drink something alcoholic, let's say, and try to bring messages through. Regardless, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, let alone be drinking and doing mediumship at the same time. You know
how drinking lowers your guard? It actually makes people, if you have intuitive abilities, it can make you even faster and not have any, it could just make you go faster and get more information, but you have absolutely no control.
Exactly. So you don't know what's coming through.
That's right. It's like your house. Like it's a portal. What's coming in.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's say hi to the new person. There's Cheryl here. She says, hi, everyone. I'm new here tonight. Cheryl, the topic is spirits and spirits don't mix. We're talking about weird stuff. Dana Michelle talks about this. She actually knew that. She's been a bartender for 20 years. She's seen it all. She says she used to worry about Klingons. Dana, I want to hear more about that. Okay. Were you bartending in a haunted restaurant or bar? How did you know about the Klingons? How did you know about that? And what was your experience with that? So I want to hear about that. Or do you just know? Do you just feel like people were clinging on? We have to I want to hear more about that. Paula said her ex was possessed by demon while drunk. I believe it.
I've seen many people do that.
Yeah.
In my family, basically. I mean, from a very young age, they were,
Look
really
at
tight with the bottle.
Michael Ruffs from South Jersey Smiles. He had pizza tonight too. I don't know what's going on. All right, Kimberly, if anyone saw my mini messages and my September inspirational message, if you get my newsletter, send it out once a month. I guess Kimberly got a message. I write them as I'm writing the newsletter. I get 5 messages, whatever spirits want to come through. If you read the newsletter, a message could be for you. Hi, Marissa, loved your mini messages this week. Richard was for me. I'm glad, Kimberly, that you got a message. So thank you so much. Lindsay, good evening, Marissa and Elise. Hi, Lindsay. How are you? Thanks for coming out. All right. Well, without further ado, since you just came on, since the show books itself and people come on from the chat room, look at this. Jeff Volpe states, I came home from Philadelphia and the lines for pizza places were into the streets. What's going on? What is the energy doing? I'm so confused.
Universe.
Yeah.
It's
so
weird.
Is the world ending?
I don't know, but we'll have pizza.
All right.
We'll be well fed. Yeah.
All right. Well, I have to bring on some of my favorite people that I know, and they actually, Elise, you'll be proud of this. They actually were mic runners. They actually volunteered to be mic runners at one of the Connection Beyond live events and did a wonderful, wonderful job.
Excellent.
Okay. So let's see what they have to say. I have to talk about April, May, and the June bugs, and they said April, May, and the June bugs. That's what they do. That's what they do. I've seen their shows. It's like going back in time. April, I could see her backstage. She's laughing at me because I don't know if I did a good job or I didn't do a good job. I hope that was a good impression. April, May, Catfish Dave. They call him Catfish. I don't know why. I don't think that he catfishes women from other countries. I don't think he does that. But of April, May, and the June bugs, they're releasing their newly expanded 17-song Halloween album, Boogie Boo Deluxe, released today. We are their CD release party. We are releasing their album. We are announcing this release. Elise, we're announcing the release. Okay. I didn't know that until they were backstage that they were announcing their release tonight of their Halloween album.
So exciting.
Okay.
I love it.
There's more surprises in store in the lounge tonight. More surprises in store. I put it out there. If anyone had a spiritual, religious experience, mystical experience, connection to spirit, I want to hear about it. And Dave reached out to me and he's going to share with us his spooky tale. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on April, May, and Catfish Dave. Hi, guys.
And you did it perfect.
Yeah.
Did I do a good job? The June bug. You guys, I'm having a little trouble hearing you. Is there any way you could turn up your mic just a little bit?
Yeah.
Hi, Dave. I think you have some fans in our chat room tonight.
I see on the sidelines over here. Wow.
Yeah, you have people that are loving you tonight. They're loving a little April, May, and the June bugs. Yes.
Is that better?
Is that better?
That's better.
Cool.
Hey, so you know what? Coming on to the lounge, people meet people. This is a place for networking. This is a place where I show off all the people that I love. And Elise comes on here from her kitchen whenever it's time. She brings her spirits with her. She brings the portal any time of the day, any time of day and night. She's here. But just to show you, Angela writes, love from New Jersey. She's going to see Nora on the 30th. Thank you, ladies. So she's going to get some energy healing from our special guest from last week. So you don't ever know what's going to happen on the lounge. Okay. So April and Catfish Dave, you are a duo.
Yes.
Okay. You're releasing your Halloween album, Boogie Boo, coming up. You've had mystical and spiritual experiences galore. You've come to Connection Beyond Live. You've held the microphone for our audience members to do readings. You've had experiences yourself. And I want to hear, because you guys are also in a relationship, right? You're married?
Yeah, we're married.
Oh, yeah.
Very married.
And how long have you been married?
18 years.
18 years.
That's wonderful.
2002.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Dave?
May 11th, 2002.
May 11th. So, okay. So we had a relationship expert on the show a couple weeks ago, and he was helping our lovely, very, very professional and beautiful women that couldn't get the love department right, trying to give them advice. What would you say about, the fairy tale of marriage and romance? Like, is it not a fairy tale or is it a fairy tale? It's like what advice would you give our ladies that are having trouble in love and keeping a committed relationship?
What advice? Well, I would say you can hear me, right? You can hear me.
If you're closer to your mic, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
My advice is, believe it or not, don't
Here
try
I
so
come.
hard. Do not try
Don't
so
try
hard.
so hard.
Yeah, you know what I mean by that. So it's like
No.
if you're just like you have sensory feelings, like psychic feelings. Everybody has a little bit of that, right? And so you're putting that out there, and you just let it happen. Things will happen. I know a lot of people that I've been looking for somebody for so long. I keep looking. I keep trying this and trying that. Sometimes the best relationships just happen. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
just come out of the sky. It's like, oh wow, I run into the best person that you run into. So.
Yeah. So how'd you guys keep a marriage going for 18 years? Like, it's obviously not like being in a field running through with hearts and flowers on your head. I mean, you guys are doing business together and you're married and you spend a lot of time together, obviously. So how does that work for you?
I think because we're also best friends. I think that's really important. And when you back to your question, I just wanted to interject. When I met Dave, it was within the year that I wrote a letter asking to find my soulmate, and I wrote every single thing that I wanted in a person that I thought would be a good fit for me. And then when I wasn't paying attention, that's when I met him, and he was all those things. So I like to share that story with people because it seemed like magic that when I wrote that letter, I met him,
That's really interesting because just a few weeks ago, we had a woman on, Debbie, and I went to her porch and I told her to write out her list. And I said, just be careful what you write out because that's what you're going to get. If you want a guy who's 6'1", don't leave out the tall part because you're going to get, the guy you really want, and he's going to be really short. So not that short or tall is bad. There's no wrong or right.
Right.
But I know a woman, she wanted a guy with a full set of curly hair, right? But she forgot to put it on the list. And she had a list of like 152 things. And she got all those things, but the guy was bald.
Oh, wow. How about that?
That's
Yeah.
wild.
So do you guys know Michelle Bouvier Danella?
Yes,
Hi,
we do.
Michelle.
She's on. She's saying terrific couple, incredible musicians.
Oh, great to see you, Michelle. And I saw you, Sherry Dubik, on there too. Thank you for joining in.
Yes, and this is a CD release party. We didn't even know that until now, but it is.
Yeah,
Richie Blue. Richie Blue is one of my favorite harmonica players out in Sandog, San Diego. Richie Blue, you want to come on the air and talk to us too about Bigfoot? Please. I'll send you a link to get on if you're interested. You just type that in the chat and we'll bring you on. All right. So I'm interested. Where did Elise go? There she is. Hi, Elise.
Hello. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay, Elise. We love you anyway.
Nice to meet you, by the way.
Yeah, Dave is very excited to meet you.
Oh, great. Same here.
Nice to meet you.
So let's move you guys around.
Okay.
All right. So, Dave, I would like to, because we're in the spook. Okay, you guys are in the lounge. You have your own lounge going on. I love the lounge. Elise is in her kitchen. That's her lounge. That's cool too.
Tonight.
We got the lounge. So, Dave, you've had some interesting spiritual experiences, and tonight I'm in the mood to hear about them.
Okay.
So please tell us. It's kind of like when you go to the amusement park. For me, if there's a really big roller coaster that I want to ride, I'm not going on that first. I'm building my way up to it. I'm going on the pirate ship. Maybe I'm going on the teacups. Okay, building my way up because the pirate ship, it gets the stomach going. Then I'm not going on the big steel roller coaster till later. I'm not one that goes in there and goes that get it out of the way. I want to build up to your big story. So I know you have a few little stories, but I want to hear about whichever ones you want to start people off with.
Oh, the little ones. I got you. Okay.
All right. So what's the first one you think that our listeners might be interested in about your life?
Well, I know. I know that I had an experience in Texas. All right, and we were on tour, and this was in oh, uh, Wimbley, Texas, South Texas, near Austin, but in the country area. And we stayed at a ranch, and the lady that we stayed with there, we were doing a show, and then this lady let us stay at the place, so that we could stay overnight and stay there until we get ready for our show the next day. We stayed there like a couple days, and so what happened is only at nighttime, right? I remember we were staying in a room, which is a lovely room. It's all wood, all real wooden and everything, real nice in a pre-desert kind of country. In the corner, just outside the door of the room, right? I was just noticing. I said I was noticing the scent, and the scent was this rose soap. I don't know if you ever smelled anything like that before, like soap, soap, but very perfumed soap. But it wasn't just that; it was old rose soap. It was rose soap that is like been there. You know what I mean? Like it's been sitting out for a long time, and it's like, but it still smells good. But it's like, man, I haven't smelled anything like that since I remember my grandmom's bathroom had rose soap in there. I mean, I just remember because I was would visit her, and then I remember in the bathroom there would be rose soap. You would smell it. You would that same exact smell. And I said, wow. And I said, and I remember I see a picture of the person that we stayed with, her grandmother. And I said, oh wow, there must be some sort of scent thing. And I, in the corner, because some people leave scent, you know what I mean, like cinnamon or whatever, in the corners and stuff to smell nice. And I asked her the next day. I said, hey. I said, I noticed I haven't smelled anything like this in a while. Reminding me of my grandmom's house, And he said, oh, I said, I didn't have anything like that in the corner. It says, actually, in the corner, there's cinnamon. There's cinnamon sticks, or what do you call cinnamon extract is what she had.
Yeah.
And I said, really? And then, in the corner, it did not smell like rose soap during the day. It smelled like cinnamon, or it didn't smell like anything. And I felt like, yeah. And then and at night, I would go over there purposely, and then I would get chills in my spine. I smell the rose. Do you smell that? And you smelled it too.
Yeah, I did.
She smelled it too. So another thing that was weird there too, which I couldn't explain, but the original owner of the house now, this ranch house, who he built himself, built it by hand. Well, of course, the day that we were leaving, or the night before and the day that we were leaving, I'm noticing these handprints burnt. Kind of like, you ever see something that's like burnt, like a handprint, almost like a cave dwelling, cave dwelling.
Yeah.
Right? These handprints were on the walls, on the sides, on the kitchen ceiling. I'm looking around. I said, wow. I said, look at that effect. I said, I don't remember seeing that before. And I asked the person that we stayed with, and she was like, I didn't see that there before. I'm like,
oh, wow.
I put my hand on top of it. I remember before, because the day that we were leaving, I said, wow, and it was about the size of my hand. And I was like, that was something else, because it were like burn marks. You know what I mean? Like burn into the wood, but hands.
Wow. And did they go away after a couple of days, or were they there like for good?
We were leaving that day, and they only showed up the night before we left, and that day, I believe. Yeah.
Wow. And now when you were smelling the smell of the rose soap, did you believe that was your grandmother that was with you, kind of following you around?
Well, because of another reason why, yes. Because before that was another time that I remember having, you were in Virginia. We were in Virginia, and on tour as well in Front Royal, Virginia.
Yeah.
And that's when we met you.
Yes.
And Alex was with us. Alex at Patty People's house. And
I don't know what we were doing. I don't know what I don't remember why I was there. All I remember is the memory that I was in this tree house, and I have no idea how I got there or what was going on, but I remember being there.
Right. That was in Virginia. And I remember that's when you were brought up about, somebody is.
Can I share that?
Oh,
part?
okay. She wants to tell you.
So I just want to share this part because Dave was outside on the patio, and that's when Marissa, you had said that someone was there with us, and you kept saying that this woman was asking for Davis, and I'm like, Davis, there's no Davis, and now here, I just wanted to set that up for you.
Right. And here,
Thanks for the setup.
then you were saying that there was this little lady with an apron, and then you even described the apron, which was like, I remember that apron. She had an apron on that she would wear sometimes, and it had tomatoes on it and green. Maybe it was the green leaves of the tomatoes, and it was green and red. It's Italian, And I remember she used to call me Davis. She used to call me like that. Hey, Davy. Hi, Davy. I love you. Yeah. And then you were saying like, oh yeah, I had, I was lounging that night, so I had moccasins on. I had my moccasin shoes on at the time, and of course, I had, my hair was a little longer.
Yeah, it was. It was.
She says that she wants to tell you that she don't like your moccasins, she don't like your shoes, and she don't like your hair.
Yeah.
And I was like blown away when you said this. I'm like, oh my goodness. Because in life, she always would say to me when I had long hair here, I was going, and she would say, why do you do this to yourself? You look like a banshee. Like a banshee. Why do you do this? Oh, my mom. Then she would hit me a little bit. Oh, my days. Whatever. 10.
And so did you like expect to get a message that night, or was I just like randomly like just like, hey, there's somebody here? Because I don't remember when these things happen.
You were like adamant.
So.
You're like, okay, there was a few people that night for you, I believe.
Yeah, two.
But my grandma was the loudest one out of all of them, you said, and so she had to be heard first. You said,
yeah, the Italian lady, of course, she's the loudest.
Italian. And she was she had a very strong, good personality, very strong, very short,
Yeah.
And and that's about that. There.
What was her point? Usually, there's a point of her coming. Did she have like a specific message for you?
She did have a specific message. Correct. Yes.
What was the timing? Was there like a timing
that
she had to be there? Okay.
The reason why is she was concerned because we have a bus, right?
Oh, the bus. Oh, yeah.
Bus.
Okay, go ahead. And I'm gonna bring a picture of the bus.
It looks like a strawberry cheesecake, but she was worried about one of the tires. She was very, very concerned about the tires that, watch out for a tire blowout or a tire coming off of some sort. Now, we did have something happen to us when we were in South Alabama. Not after that. I don't know if it happened before that, right? I'm not sure. My memory is not the best with that. But we had a tire that almost came off on the bus. It was just, the car was driving bad. And I thought that, oh man, there's something wrong. I don't know what it is. And I stopped just in time where the tire just about came off the rim of the bus.
So she was trying to save you from like a big problem with your bus, because that's like what you tour in, right?
Yeah. We were in South Alabama when that happened. Yeah.
I want to show people this bus.
That's amazing.
We had a trailer, and the bus actually, that's right. There was two tires. That's right.
Wow.
One tire flung off.
Wow. And I told you this from your grandma?
I said, gee whiz, did you hear something fall in the back? And maybe it's a camper. And I said, nothing. Here, it turns out one tire flung off and went into a field. Thank God, just a field. And then the other one was about ready to come off. There was a dually. It was a double tire. And you could see where the tire hit our camper. We had a camper at one time, and it made a big, you could see a rubber mark on it where the tire flung off. So that's what I believe that she was warning us about.
Yeah. Well, isn't it amazing that she came through? Like, I was just randomly there. I remember we were back in these woods, and there weren't even paved roads back there. So there was a lot of rocky fields, and I don't know where. I can't remember. But you had to remind me of this reading, because I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like,
now, were you a skeptic before this?
Huh?
Were you a skeptic before you got a reading?
No, I believe in this.
Oh, you always believed.
Before
okay.
I knew you, I'm very open, minded in well. Anything is possible, and there's lots of gifted people as you guys are, and and situations that happen that are around us at all times. We believe it.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad your grandma, your little Italian lady, came through and she was
Yeah.
trying to tell you
Yeah.
to avoid.
It's always the Italian grandmother that comes through.
Yeah.
Always.
She always gets through the front of the line first.
Every
Yeah,
single
yeah, yeah,
time.
oh yeah. And she was like
It's either
that.
her or the German grandmother.
Yep. That's true. Let me show you guys a picture of the boogie bus because this is your main vehicle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you don't have any other car. This is the bus is where you.
That's it.
This is so if you're going down, you could be going in New Jersey, Philadelphia. I remember I was driving on the turnpike and I saw the boogie bus. Like you know when this bus is around, like you cannot miss it. I'm going to show you guys right now.
It's like
there it is. There's the boogie bus. They drive this around, and it's huge, and they hang out there. Yeah, that's the boogie bus.
That's cool. It's really
it
cool.
runs on actually processed vegetable oil. Waste
Does
oil.
it really?
Yeah. It's
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, yes.
Wait, you don't put gas in there?
I love this.
It's a diesel engine. It's a 7.3 Power Stroke engine, 1998. We had to convert it where we have a 2-tank system where we could either run on diesel or vegetable oil. And so we wanted to do April. It's actually April's idea. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Well, we learned about it at an environmental festival called the Clearwater Festival in New York. There's a famous folk singer named Pete Seeger, and he was running his car on waste vegetable oil. And when we were at the festival, these little old Mercedes were driving in. It was like a weekend festival, and the people from Grease Car were working on them, and then they were leaving on the French fry oil from the food vendors. And I was like, oh my God, we gotta do that.
Oh my God. I've seen if I could find another picture of the boogie bus.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, you got to process the oil. You got to, it takes, it's a little work. It can be, but you process it and everything, and it's gratifying. Let me tell you what, it makes you feel a little humble. It's zero carbon emissions, and
I want to see if I can.
Like is funnel cake oil. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, keep going. People are like really. I'm just gonna go on. Elise, you can handle my hosting position right now. I'm gonna go on Google and see if I can find a picture of the boogie bus, like the full on picture of the boogie bus. Because I think you guys only send me the back, right, where you guys were in front of the boogie bus. Can you email me a picture of like the full on boogie bus? Or do you not have that?
On here? I could, because it's on this computer.
No, is it on Google? Could I Google it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Elise, take it over so I can find this.
Okay, so we're talking about the bus. Christine says, love the bus. Jeff Colby says, sweet ride. Let's see. Kelly Nicole says, hey guys, sorry I'm late. Ladies' night at my house tonight, bringing new friends, which is great. Thanks for that.
I found it. I found
you.
the boogie bus. I found it. Oh my God. I found the boogie bus. I have to like save it on my desktop. All right. This is awesome. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, I have to upload it. So you guys can keep telling your stories. I'm gonna get this up and running here. April boogie bus.
So Dave, has this happened to you most of your life, or is this something that just appeared from like traveling to different places and older residences that you maybe stayed at, or maybe where you performed? Have you had any experiences that way too?
Well, I was going to tell another experience that I had, and it's. I tell you, at home. What at home? Yeah. Oh yes, yes. To answer your question, absolutely, because it's been around. I've had experiences, and I almost forgot about this one, but it's very short, and it's weird. I had one experience where it was Sunday, where I used to live it with my parents and everything. I was younger, I probably was out all night, drinking with my friends the night before. and I was awake, kind of, when you just wake up, and I see on the edge of a bed, bedpost, I thought it was like a light that was coming in from the window that was reflecting on something. And this is during the day. And I still can't believe this, because it was like all of a sudden I see the light just getting to be a little bit more formed, like a light bulb, like the lights behind us over here that you see how, and where Marissa is, where it's a glow, where it's no definition, like this, but it'll glow. And all of a sudden, and I was like saying, what is that? Of course, I'm just sitting there being real still. And all of a sudden, I see something going over here to the other side, just going. I said, what's this? And then all of a sudden, I see something coming, and it's coming towards me. As it's coming towards me, it's coming into a shape. This was very vivid. And the shape, and this happened within a couple seconds now. But it was enough where you could pick out the details. The details, what I saw was a woman, and it came into be a face. The face was that of, like I said, a light with nothing, just a light. And then you see the hairstyle. It was one, what do you call it? Brunette. And it was hair that was like of the 1930s, and some kind of outfit. And she was just walking through like that, and walked through me like that.
Wait, what? It's harder for me to hear you, Dave. Can you turn up your mic just a little bit?
Oh yeah, she walked right through me, I guess.
You saw now this apparition that you saw.
This is the first time I'm telling this one. I mean, I've told April this before, but this is really. Yeah.
Did she?
It was like
was she in color?
Huh?
Was she in color, black and white, or see-through?
No, I could tell the face was pure white, like that of a light bulb. Like, say, the lights behind you. Like, no definition, no nothing, but you could tell that it was like an oval. The hair was definitely like, now, you ever see like okay, let's think of it. You ever see a lamp, like one of those old antique lamps that had those amber things, like amber tones in it and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Those antique antique roadshow lamps. Yeah, almost like that. It was like that, but I could tell it. The hair was brown. That was bad. It was like ambery brown, and then anything with clothing or whatever, it was like ambery brown, and then the neck or whatever. It was so fast. It was just like strutting through, like it was like went through me, and I was like, whoa! And it happened this way, and this was the morning. This was like late morning.
And I'm sorry, because I was looking for the boogie bus. Where were you at when this occurred?
I was living at my parents' house at the time.
And do you have any sense of who that was? Was it someone you were related to?
Not that I know of. I do know that I recognized the style of what the person was, and it was definitely from the 1930s. The hairstyle.
Wow.
I'm an expert on things, but I've seen pictures, and even back then, and I said, what?
Did you get a sensation in the body when they went through you?
I was more like, because it was
yeah, that's weird.
Coming, she was strutting this way, and see, I just kind of like said, well, I said maybe that's a name, maybe that's my guardian angel. I don't know. And I was at the time, because I must have been. This was a night before. It was from drinking.
You were okay. Spirits and spirits don't mix.
I know, but maybe
you took somebody home.
I don't even know, but wow. I mean, it came from, like I said, from one corner of the bed, like a little light, over here.
I like the sound effect.
Whoa, that was something. I didn't expect. I forgot about that story. She reminded me.
Well, I want to show you guys the boogie bus, because I found it. I found it online. I have a full-fledged apparition version of the boogie bus. This is insane. Oh wait, that's the background.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Look at this. This is the bus. If you are on the Schuylkill Expressway, there's a good chance you will see it.
That's correct.
Or if you're on 495 or 295 South is where I've seen him many times. But this is the bus. This is their car. This is what runs on vegetable oil.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So cool,
Hey,
guys.
it's like they used to say, remember that Channel 6 this is old commercial. Channel 6. There's that news van.
Yeah.
Or in this case here, there's that boogie buzz.
There's the June bugs.
June bugs.
Oh my God, people are going crazy over the bus. They like the bus, I think, better
I
than you
love it.
guys right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did we
Thank
get
you
to
very
did we
much.
get to your like Big Bear Steel roller coaster story? Oh, hi Ming. Ming is in the background. Hi Ming. I gotta give you a shout out. So Ming, you don't know Ming. You will know Ming though. So did we get to the roller coaster story yet?
Oh, well, yeah, no, that's coming. You want to hear it? Here, I'll tell
Well,
you.
you know what? I am going to tease our audience to wait until the end for that. And I want to get to what they don't know is going to go on, because in the lounge, we've only had some jazz that was coming off of a speaker here. All right. Remember, for all of you who are come here tonight, is Spirits and Spirits Don't Mix. We talked about that. Don't be drinking and giving readings. Okay. We don't want you to be. And if you're drinking a lot, there's a good chance you could pick up a spirit. There's a good chance you could pick up 3. Not more than 3, but 3. If you're having a blackout, that could be possession. So remember, if you have intuitive abilities, if you have any psychic ability whatsoever, if you're sensitive, spirits and spirits don't mix. So you want to be careful about that, okay? Especially if you're living in a haunted location. It's another situation. But a lot of people are very fascinated by this topic, I guess. So we're going to have to bring this on another time where we talk about this in more detail, because people are liking this. So I'm seeing people want to hear more about it. So before we get there, we're going to talk about how this is your CD release party. Okay, we're having a party, and we're going to do the ticker. This is the ticker that I created earlier.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm very impressed with my ticker.
I'm impressed.
Yes. So if you
love
guys
it.
can see the ticker, April and Dave just released their new Halloween album today, Boogie Boo Deluxe. So
Congratulations.
the lounge is getting more fun, okay? And we are about to witness some live music in the lounge. Oh my God, how
Yeah.
exciting.
Woo.
Dave and April are going to actually perform. Wait, which song is this? It's about a seance, right?
Yeah.
What's the title of the song?
It's called Swinging at the Seance.
Swinging at the Seance. All right. Wait, I got to get my music off here. Okay. This is so exciting. We have live, we have live artists in the lounge. Like live music is happening right now, and it's about a seance. I mean, I'm excited. Are you guys excited out there?
We're excited.
All right.
Thanks again for having us on.
Thank you. Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, do I ta 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 tell what in a house upon the lock along the countryside. At precisely 12 o'clock, the spooks begin to rise. Swinging at the seance, 12 ticks. Swinging at the seance, hot licks. When the medium's in trance, how the ghosts begin to dance. Swinging at the seance, 5 men. Swinging at the seance, jive men. When the trumpet blasted out, all the ghosts began to shout. That music came through so sweetly low down, yet nobody knew who was ripping around. Swinging at the seance, black coats. Swinging at the seance, blue notes. While the trumpet could wanna come, it jiving broke the seance up. And who do you think was ripping away?
No one nothing else but April, May.
If you think you hear things, if you think you feel things, if you think you see things, you do. Swinging at the seance, women, swinging at the seance, jive 10 with the medium in trance. How the ghosts begin to dance. If you think you hear things, if you think you feel things, if you think you see things, you do. What up? Ooh.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
I don't want to be done. I mean, like that was, I am so obsessed with that song. I have to know, like, why did you write this song, and like, where did you get the inspiration for this?
Well, this song is a hybrid, just like the Boogie Bus, right?
The Boogie Bus.
Sometimes we write songs completely original, and sometimes we take songs that are older vintage songs that have kind of become obscure and fallen out of consciousness, and kind of dig them up, pardon the pun, and kind of bring more life to them, and then write some things around them. So this song is from 1938. It's called Swingin' at the Seance, and we wrote a couple bridges, some more lyrics to it, another additional lyric, and then we kind of rearranged it.
I could listen to that like 10 times.
Oh, cool.
It was really, 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 really awesome. If people want to know more about April May, the Tune Books, aprilmay.com. And are you guys performing live, or are you guys still kind of, not? I'm not doing live shows right now, so I don't know if you guys are.
Our live is being live with you,
Yes.
and we've gone on live a couple times, and I want to get better at doing that. But I don't see us. I think we're going to be hanging low for a while.
Well, can I just be so bold as to ask you guys to do one more song for us? Because it's so nice to have live music in the lounge, and I'm sure everybody that's watching tonight is very appreciative of like feeling like they're in their own lounge with maybe their wine and their spirits, that they're not doing readings, but maybe they're having their wine or their spirits. And us mediums, we're just having, like, I'm having my lemonade.
Nice.
And I think that it'd be nice to just hear one more. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Oh, it'd be an honor.
Okay.
This song is also on Boogie Boo Deluxe, and this one is purely original. And I love Marisa when you come on, and I just want to just share a little bit when Marisa comes on and does The Office early in the week and talks about the energy, and sometimes she talks about astrological influences. So this song is kind of a fantasy that ties into astrology and influences of planetary bodies. And imagine if there's a very special moon, and this moon helps people come together and fall in love. And this moon's called the Hoodoo Moon in our fantasy. And this song's called Hoodoo Moon. This is a original one.
Yeah, and also is it a full moon for Halloween?
Oh yeah, I should just mention that there's a blue moon on Halloween this year.
Yeah.
And that won't happen, I
Wow.
think, for another 30 some years. I forget the exact number, but it's very rare. So anyway, without further ado, Hoodoo Moon. hoodoo that hoodoo man. I'll give you one guess and I'm sure you can now. Rustle up a feather and take a stab at who's the daring lady and the charm she has now. Hoodoo lady, can you guess too soon? She'll charm the devil right out of you. Now you'll beg for mercy, but she's gone too soon, and she won't be back until the hoodoo moon. She won't be back. Clouds are moving fast now, high above the liquid blue. Bewitching light, enchantress so true. Enchantress so true. The dream is ripe on every vine to pluck just like a clementine. You cast your magic eye and lovers swoon. Hoodoo Sister moon, with your full brilliance shone in the dark of night, I feel you call me home. But that hoodoo moon, she makes her presence known, and the feeling hits you like a cyclone. Now hoodoo moon, your powers on the rise, feel the waves rolling, now it's high tide. A fever's a brewing as passion's fire, time to make a wish for your heart's desire. Make a wish on this dark, mysterious night. Your brilliance cast a wondrous light. Your magic spell bewitching all I see. Enchantress so true. Lovers' dreams are granted. A wish is so enchanted. You cast your magic eye and lovers swoon. Hoodoo moon.
Hello.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we can't hear them.
Oh, I'm right here. Hi. I had a little bit. I was like, oh no, my audio. I wanted to mute everybody, so I muted myself and then had a little trouble getting back on. So, oh my God, that was great. I have to give you guys a round of applause. That was awesome. Everybody was into it. So did you guys write that song?
Yeah.
She did.
That
April
one's
wrote
mine.
that one.
And I know that you're a Libra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember, and your birthday's coming up. So you're in the October season. So you must really resonate with all the energy.
I do. I actually feel like I'm more alive in October.
Yeah. Oh my God.
She
And
liked the wind.
So everybody's like loving you guys. So I was putting on the banner. I put how people can know more about you.
Oh, thank you.
aprilmay.com, and it's April May and the June Bugs. And This is awesome. How did you guys feel? Like, look at Jeff Volpe is mesmerized. He said, mesmerized.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks so much for having us on. It feels so good to reconnect with you guys and everyone and share music again. We haven't been able to share music in a long time.
oh my God. Well, if I can provide that opportunity, I mean, I guess like this is, I know everybody really appreciated it. We don't usually have live music on the lounge. So this is like truly a lounge experience for everybody.
Nice.
Thank you. Nice.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
So
it is an honor.
Yeah. So it almost feels like you guys are like channeling stuff when you're performing. Like how you guys are like when you're not performing. It's like you go into like you channel, like especially you, April, like I feel like you channel this like 1930s woman. Like just like I feel like you channel like somebody else when you're performing. And do you feel that you go into a different state?
I feel like I feel like my performance self is definitely a different feeling than my normal, everyday self. It definitely feels like I'm tapping into a different energy. Yeah, absolutely.
It almost feels like and I've heard all your other stuff, but it almost feels like this Halloween album. It's like transporting you into the feeling of the season. Like it's transporting you into the energy, which that's hard to do because everybody wants to feel the energy. So they like create, like go to haunted houses and stuff. Yeah. But fake haunted houses isn't bringing the energy to me. It's just really not bringing the energy. Like having actors in a haunted house, like it's not working. Like it has to be real or just, I'm not going. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But I say like people celebrate Halloween once a year. I celebrate Halloween every day. So it's like my day off to let people pretend they're seeing spirits. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So, but so you guys you released the album today, and then what else are you doing to celebrate this?
Well, it's funny because I wasn't sure if we were going to release it today or next week, and this particular version of the album, Boogie Boo Deluxe, which is an expanded version, 17 songs, is only available on our website. So it's actually up there now. So everything got done sooner than I thought, and I'm like, it's always New Music Friday. Let's do it today. And how special would it be to announce it tonight with you? So we haven't. This is our first time even sharing that with anyone.
Yeah.
Except that there's a radio promotional campaign that got started on Wednesday. So we're excited to see what happens from there. But this music really helps us connect with Halloween and the spooky kind of magical feeling that I feel like Halloween is.
Oh my God. This is so special for all of us. Thank you so much for bringing your art and your music to us. I think everybody here is intuitive that's watching, and we could all feel the passion that you're bringing to this night. So it's very special for us and an honor that you're allowing us to be part of this.
Oh, the pleasure's all ours.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, we're not done with you yet. I brought you on for a spooky story too.
Oh, should we pull up a chair?
Pull up a chair in the lounge.
Okay.
We're not finished with you.
All right, I'll do that right now.
Elise, what did you think about these songs? Does it make you feel like you could just go and put it like crystal ball and a turban on and just go back in time to the old psychics?
I mean, I got lost in the songs. It was kind of mesmerizing for me, listening to the lyrics and just trying to, like, her voice is so angelic. I love her voice.
I know.
April, I love your voice. You're welcome. So, yeah, I mean, I can definitely would set the mood for a reading. Definitely.
So
I feel like really mystic, where like just like the atmosphere changes. I don't know. It's like I don't want to say a seance feeling, but it's more like, you're floating. That's a good word. Just floating with the music. You're welcome.
It's so great to have the feedback from you both about the music.
Yeah.
Wait, we have more feedback. Let me read you some of the comments. People saying, Jeff says, wow, just wow. Michelle, great, talented people. Paula says, oh, musicians absolutely channel and open portals while practicing or performing, even them just thinking of a song, and it can be heard really loud in someone else's head, and it can hurt to be on the receiving end. Interesting. Yep. Jeff says, for sure, no, thank you all. I feel like I was invited to a special event tonight. Jeff was also mesmerized, as is the word that Elise used to describe you. I have people doing little clapping. Jackie was very impressed. She's doing a little dance move here. Christina she rocks the washboard too. Oh yeah.
That's right.
You
I saw a
guys
comment
didn't
about
see
her tap
this.
dancing too.
Oh yeah,
Marissa.
that you tap dance when we like.
Yeah.
So we're not seeing. I mean, you guys are like dripping us a little bit of tease right now, but the washboard I have seen. So you guys saw the bus, but you guys did not see the washboard. That's cool.
Want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think I could ask at this point. Please.
And let me tell you what, he doesn't wash any clothes with the washboard. No clothes.
No
Michelle
clothes.
said. Michelle said washboard and tap dance. April.
Right. Yeah.
Right on spot.
She has these special gloves too. Here she is. There we go.
Okay.
Wow. We saw the boogie bus, but then this is another level. The washboard. Wow. Wait, can you do that again? I had to take off the display name so we could see the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can you stand up so we could see your hands?
Yeah. Oh, man. I'll put it up here.
And what are those cool cat looking gloves with gold fingertips? What?
I made these. These are just long black gloves, and then I found these vintage. They're like 14 karat gold nails, and I didn't really care if they were gold. I just wanted something metal, and then Dave was able to drill more holes in them so I could sew them on here.
Oh my god! Do you ever if you ever get mad at Dave, or you like, I'm gonna come after you with my gloves? You better watch.
She's got
lethal weapon.
mad.
Wait, what did you say?
Just a few.
It's a lethal weapon.
You could scratch your back with it real nice.
So who's the more scary one when they're mad? Is it April or Dave?
This is why I do my catfish imitation. You were wondering where I get the catfish from.
Yeah.
I used to have whiskers over here. Just now I have them here, but I mean, I used to have whiskers and I used to do a catfish, and I used to be like, "Whew." That's why they used to call me catfish.
That's when you're mad, you do that?
You see,
I don't know if I can be mad at you. If you're mad, if you make that face at me, I don't think I could ever be mad.
Oh no.
And then there's a tree problem.
Go up close and do it.
My God.
Wow.
Like that, did you?
It's hard to be mad at cute.
I know. Yeah, he looks like a little reptile when he does that.
Aw, I like
And a
it.
cute one, like it's not like a bad reptile. You know what I mean?
That's so funny.
Yeah, I won't do any more. There's a couple other ones, but we don't want to do. I do some those wild birds and everything.
They're too loud.
They're too loud.
Yeah.
They're too loud.
Nothing's too loud for me, honey. Nothing. Go for it.
Sure.
Give us a wild bird.
Do it.
Go ahead.
You said you're on your own.
Okay, I'll give it one.
That wasn't even loud.
Usually I do a standard thing. I do.
You're the bird of paradise.
Bird of paradise. That's my bird of paradise.
Wow.
Channel 12 or those just has. And here is the wild bird of paradise, and you see the birds like.
Oh my
Look at April's face.
Don't encourage them, Marissa. Don't encourage them.
Oh, I can't.
And then they eat something that's like.
Wow.
Anyway.
Are there spirits involved here?
Thank you.
I like it.
You
Dave.
guys have shared so much tonight. I don't even know what else we could find out.
Oh, the spooky story, right?
Yes, the big roller coaster story that everybody's been waiting for.
All right, roller coaster story. Me tell it.
Do you want me to start it
Well-
and then you finish?
Yeah, April, start it.
See, this
Okay.
this includes both of us.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna take this off.
I'm sorry about the bird thing.
Don't be
Wasn't
sorry.
scary. Well, maybe it was.
Classic. I love it.
Something about this one earlier. Something, yes, it's come to me now. I think we should wrap it up. All right.
All right, so we're around the campfire, right? Telling a spooky story. So I used to be a potter. That was what I went to school for, was to be a ceramic sculpture pottery person. And I was running space for my pottery studio inside of a art center that used to be a mansion. It's a historic mansion. And I did a lot of my work at night because I was working during the day. And we would hear and feel like there was somebody there a lot of times. And this one particular time, they had a second floor and they had a motion sensor alarm up there. So our studio was in the basement. So they would turn a light on so that we knew that everything was closed up upstairs. The light was red. We're not to go up there because the alarm's on. So you knew that there's nobody up there because the alarm's on and everything's shut down. And one night I was working in my studio, and this stuff seemed to happen like between 10:30, 11 o'clock is when things would start to happen. And I heard somebody walking up there, a real steady gait, walking across the parlor, coming towards the kitchen, and the kitchen steps come down to where I am. So I split. And there was a couple other times where weird things would happen, like I'd be working and I'd have the thermostat on, and all of a sudden I'd feel it getting really cold, and I'd go over to the thermostat and somebody shut the heat off, and I was the only one there. There were times that I have my stereo on, and all of a sudden the music would go off, and I'd hear all this static coming through. So some things were changing in my life. I started doing music. We decided that I was going to stop running space, move out, and sell my wheel and all that stuff. So when I went to move out, it got a little bit more fired up. I took Dave with me to help me carry all my stuff out. And now, yeah, so I'm going to pass it over to Dave to tell the second half of the story.
Before Dave goes and tells the second part of the story,
Yeah.
when spirits get used to you and you then leave, or you start to leave, the activity does usually get worse because they don't want you to go.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
wild. That makes perfect sense.
So what's the rest of your story?
All right. Well.
You can hold it if you want.
Oh, well, all right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, as April said, it was at nighttime, and it wasn't even really that late. It was like around 9:30 or so, right? And went to help her unload stuff or load up, her stuff to go into take home and everything, since she was at that space that she was in. And she brought that same radio and put music on. And it's a fascinating place. Like I said, you could see all the students' work and everything. You could see sculptures. You could see a kiln, a big kiln and everything. And it's a very old house, right? It's like, well, it's from like the 1900s or late 1800s, 1900s. And I was there. And as I was helping her and everything, of course, you had to do other things. And I'm just sitting around like, milling around. Okay, listen to music. And then I started not feeling good. I was like, man, as time went on, I was getting I was even getting a little moody. I was like, man, I'm just getting lazy. And I'm just starting to feel a little more sick at a time. As time went on, it started to get more and more kind of like sick to my stomach. Felt like later on, I felt like I was starting to get the flu. I was getting the chills and everything. And then it came to the point, I said, can I just sit down while you're doing something and everything? Because she was still doing stuff. It took a while to get her stuff out. And I was sitting down. I was sitting near the radio. And I'll never forget this. As soon as I sat down, and I was like, oh, man. I said, I guess I can't wait till we would wrap it up here. All of a sudden, the music went, and then you hear like that. That's what it was doing. It was doing static, but it sounded like it was like a tunnel chamber kind of static. It was weird. It wasn't. I couldn't turn any of those stations on. I was like, as if the radio's messed up and everything. She went into another room, a room with the bell. They said there used to be a bell, yeah, and there, as I said before, there's all these projects all over the place and everything. You don't touch anything because there's other people that spend a lot of time on it. They're spend a lot of time on these projects, and there's a big ledge, a big iron ledge, which is like a support for the building, I guess, since we were in the basement. There was all these plates, these ceramic, I guess, or clay plates that were all finished. They're all up there. And she says, Dave, can you come here? Can you come here and get something for me, please? Or something? I need some help here. I said, okay. I went to get up and I go to walk and I'm looking at the plates as I'm walking and I see a plate that's going etching as I'm walking. And now if I didn't look up at the time, if I wasn't there just looking around as I was walking, I would just thought that, oh, wow, that was just hanging by the ledge and it fell off. But it was going and it flung at me and it made me dance. So the plate went under, hit the ground and hit my shoe like is a dance, like they used to say in the Cowboys, okay, dance, like that kind of thing.
What?
Yeah, so a plate was thrown at me. So it was like a poltergeistish kind of activity. And I got freaked out. And April said, oh my gosh. She says, I can't believe, would you break something? You got to be kidding me. You broke something out here? I'm like, I didn't do that. I said, we got to go.
Did the plate break? Did it break?
Yeah, it shattered. It shattered right at my foot, just before my next step. Like it didn't want me to step there. It was like, wow.
And when did you stop feeling that sick feeling? When did you stop feeling that?
Stay with me. And as soon as I went outside, right, and we were packing things up. As soon as I went outside, and as soon as we had a van at the time, and we went in the van, and as soon as I got in there and we went out a driveway, I started things gradually. I started to feel better. I said, I don't believe this. Is that I'm feeling better.
It seemed like the spirit was jealous of you because it was actually pulling from April the whole time and was trying to get energy from April because she's intuitive. And when you're doing that, like when you're doing music or when you're channeling into pottery or when like that's that same channel of creative energy, that it was probably a male spirit that dominated wherever you are, that was used to her.
Actually, you're correct, because I'm not going to say the name, but
so are we? You're not going to tell us what building it was?
Well,
I don't know.
Are we? I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we allowed? Should we be allowed to do that?
I mean, are they known to be haunted?
They were.
The people who work there know it's haunted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, is it a historic building?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually the person that there was pictures of him too in there. So I might as well say.
Yeah,
all right, is Mr. Perkins. Perkins Art Center in Morristown. The Perkins Art Center. We've actually played there. Upstairs is real nice. It's a big mansion in Morristown. And
is that the Morristown Friends building?
No,
or no?
No. This is not as old as that. That building's old, but this building's like from the late probably 1905 or something like that, 1900.
Okay.
Something like that.
It's not on the main street where like it's that building on the main street, is it?
So actually, if you're on Main Street and you're driving towards Maple Shade, there's a fork, and you can see it from the main street on the right. There's a big arboretum there, so there's a lot of trees. So it's not very, very visible from the road, but it is on the main road. But it's heading towards Kings Highway. It's a beautiful mansion.
Oh, interesting. And it's funny because Dave, it's like I'm getting this feeling that he doesn't like guys with long hair. Like he didn't like guys with like long. He was jealous. Like he really doesn't like men in the studio for some reason.
That's funny that you say that, because there was a teacher there that was a man, and he was also living above the garage, and he had so many stories that he actually had someone come in that was a medium to find out if he was safe where he was staying. And he was told that the person said, it was a man, that why would I go into the stable area? So apparently he only stays in the house, and where this teacher was staying in the stable area, which is now converted to an apartment. So he was safe there, but he didn't
he was feeling, I don't know if he was afraid, but he was intimidated because a lot of times he would be working there and he said he would see somebody lift up the plastic over his pots. And one time a chair pulled up next to him when he was throwing on the wheel. So he was a little freaked out, understandably.
Yeah. Do you know if the man was like a broad, like a burly guy? Do you know if he was like did he have a big presence? Because I feel the guy was like a strong presence, like
He had
that.
like a white bushy mustache on him, kind of robust. Like he
Wow.
has
Like
no neck.
like big energy.
Yeah, but something with like a big, something about the mustache. Unless he didn't like Dave's mustache, if he had one at the time. But I'm picking up the mustache.
Yeah, this looks like I'm glad that you didn't get hurt, Dave, because I feel like he
Yeah.
really could be dangerous.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I mean that really freaked me out because I know I was all right, but yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like looking around, I was like, the first thing, you think things in your head. I have that kind of, unfortunately, when somebody's a hypochondriac or somebody that's like, no, watch this happen, watch that happen, watch think this that, and I was like thinking in my head, knife, gosh, no, don't let it be a knife around.
No, but that pottery shatters. It's very sharp.
Yeah, well, the
I
way
mean-
that it shattered and everything kind of just went. I was more like, oh man. I said, look at that. I said, I wasn't worried about getting hurt from that. I was like kind of just in shock that actually happened. I saw it, and you could see that it was like friction like happening at the plate. I'm like moving it. This is how it moved. It moved. It wasn't like something that like kind of just like. It was like something had purpose. It actually had purpose.
And I wonder whose artwork you chose to throw down on the floor.
And this guy that you're talking about, Mr. Perkins, he was somebody that was, he had some kind of sickness and he died.
I don't know.
No, I know the story a bit.
Okay.
And there is pictures of him. Now, I mean, who you're describing, I'm not sure if that could be him or that could not be him. I thought that he was a younger person, but I could be looking at the wrong person. I'm not sure.
I don't know, honestly. Yeah,
But you could be. You're probably right. The way that it sounds like an older like
Broad.
burly fella
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Like I feel like footsteps. Like he had very heavy
Well,
walking.
she knows that.
He
Yeah.
did.
I'll just interject. When I heard those footsteps, they were very heavy, slow footsteps, and they were coming to the direction to access the stairs where I was at the bottom of those stairs. So I got out of there really fast, but they were very heavy footsteps.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, I think I'm picking up on the right guy.
I think you are. I think you are. I wish I knew what he
Well-
looked like. I'll have to research and see, but I don't know what he looked like. But I'm sure if you are both picking up the same image, that's got to be it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, thank you for that. I mean, you recounting that story, that was definitely the roller coaster story.
Oh, yeah. That was. I didn't want anything. And something to add to that. I've been there more than once, right? And I've been there where I've gotten sick to my stomach, going walking in rooms, just for just a couple minutes here and there. You know what I mean? Because it's a neat place.
Uh-huh.
And it's like it's disturbing when you don't feel good and you're getting the chills and you're feeling like, oh, I feel like I have the flu. I feel terrible.
Right.
And it's like, I just didn't feel terrible a couple minutes ago. You know what I mean?
I see a cherub.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I see it. Yeah. So that was so interesting.
Yeah.
Hi, Ming.
Hi.
This is Ming.
Oh,
I can't hear anyone.
No, that's because everybody's saying hi.
hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Nice to see you.
I'm the celebrity's daughter.
Yeah.
Do you know we're talking to Catfish, Dave, and April? They were just doing
April, May.
and the June
I
bug.
saw the bus when he brought it on the screen.
Oh, you saw the bus? What
Yeah,
did you think?
Daddy showed me on his phone, and she showed it on the TV.
Oh, okay. What did you think of the bus?
It was really cool.
Yeah. Did you want to take a ride on the bus?
Yeah, I wanted to live there.
She wants to live on the bus.
Wait, am I on YouTube Live?
You're on live. Thanks for coming in.
Yes!
You never know what's gonna happen, right?
Her name's actually Maine, like the state is her name's Maine, but we call her Ming. She calls herself Ming.
Ming?
Ming.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
Can you take off your headphones?
Now, do you want to hear what people are saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, May. How are you?
Hello.
How are you, sweetie?
Good.
I think you're the star of the show tonight.
I think my mom is because she's a celebrity.
We know. Aw.
Nice to see you again, honey.
What do you tell people when people ask mommy what mommy does for a job? She tells everybody this. What do you tell them I do for a job?
You go on the stage and talk to people in the sky.
And what is that? What does that mean to you?
That means a lot to me.
Yeah, what does it mean that I talk to people in the sky?
It means that you could talk to God.
No, I don't know. Just people that have passed on. People that go up in the sky that are in heaven. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have something like that too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Can I sit on your lap, Mommy?
We're going to go soon, but I just wanted everybody to say hi to you, okay?
Okay.
No.
Bye,
You can
May.
sit on my lap. You there? Hi, everybody.
Yes, hi.
Somebody's saying, shout out to Jeff Pope.
No, Volpe, not Pope.
Close enough.
Yeah, everyone's saying hi, Ming. Hi, Ming. Yeah.
Shout out to Jeff Volpe.
Volpe. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Volpe.
Volpe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody for coming. And you guys are all so special, and you guys all did such a great job. Everyone loved your bus. Maine loved your bus.
Can I do the shout out?
Sure. Do the shout outs. Say hi to all these people that are here.
Shout out to Jeff Volpe. And shout out to Donna L. Phillips.
Yes.
Wow.
That's my teacher's name, Mrs. Phillips.
Right.
And somebody said, Jeff Volpe said, I'll take it.
Who's this?
Dana Michelle.
Who's that?
Linda Willocks.
Willocks, yeah. So thanks for doing the shout outs. And you have to thank April May and Catfish Dave for their songs.
Thank you, April and Catfish Dave.
And thank you to Elise for coming on and hanging out
Thank
with us.
you, Medium Elise.
What's her last?
Sanitario.
Close enough.
Yeah,
Everybody
good job.
says that. I know. It's fine.
Sanitario.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. And
I am
thank
7 and
you.
a half. My birthday is in 1 month. It's October 14th. So remember to tell your family to do a birthday for me, even though I'm not there.
And guess who else's birthday's in October? April May's. When's your birthday, April?
The October 21st. So we're both Libras, yeah?
Yeah, you're both Libras.
What?
It's a Libra.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear ladies. Happy birthday to you and many more.
All right. Well, good night.
Catfish Dave and April May, thank you for coming. Medium Elise Sanitario, thank you for coming. And thank you. And I'm going to give more shout outs to everybody. Paula Hemperthies.
Paula
She did a
Humphreys.
buy. No, Paola Hemperthies. And Brett Mast, Kristen, Leon, and Gatinini.
Good night, everybody. We'll
Good night.
Linda Willocks